Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me for another video. I truly appreciate everybody that takes the time out of their busy day to watch my videos. Today I was going to do a quick video on my top December baits. Sorry I hadn't got it out before today. Today is December 1st. Had a busy Thanksgiving week last week. I was busy at work today. We've been getting snow and sleet and freezing rain today. And didn't really stick on the ground or anything, but still made a busy day at work. For some reason, whenever have bad weather, it seems like we're busy. But anyway, I'll get right to it here. One of my top baits, the water temperature is still, in the high 50s, maybe low 60s still, but still in the high 50s. So I'm still going to be throwing a buzz bait, but that's probably going to change after this week, because we're going to have, like today was cold. The highest it got today was like 33 or 34, and that was late this evening, 3 or 4 o'clock. The low's going to be in the 20s, and I think tomorrow's highs again is going to be like 32, 33, something like that. Then it's going to be in the 40s, maybe low 50s some for highs. It's still going to be cold, so the water temperature is going to be dropping. But until that water temperature gets below 50, I'll still be throwing a buzz bait. You'll want to throw a bigger bladed buzz bait. You may want to go down to a 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, maybe smaller buzz bait with a big blade, so you can reel it real slow. When the water starts getting colder, they'll still hit it, and you'll catch some of the bigger fish in the area on that buzz bait. But a lot of times when the water's colder, you've got to slow it way down. So buzz bait's still on the table for me. After the water temperature's 55 and below, then I'll be also be throwing a crankbait, a rock crawler, wiggle wart, a DT8, DT6, shad rap if it's after a cold front and high bluebird sky day, and you want something more silent and not such a big wobble, I pick up that shad wrap and go to work. And then if it's one of the warmer days, kind of cloudy with a little bit of wind, just a breeze, I don't need a 70 mile an hour wind either, but if you got a little wind, put a little ripple on the water, and pick up a square bill crankbait and work those shallows, work riprap banks, banks that's got some bigger rock, banks that's got some laydowns, and that kind of thing. So some kind of a crankbait will still be in my arsenal. My third bait is going to be a jig. I'll pick up that True Faith custom bait jig, and usually this time of year I like to throw a brown and purple. Seems like I have better luck with the browns. PB&J brown. I may be putting a green pumpkin trailer on it. It may not be some kind of a brown trailer, but I may be putting a green pumpkin trailer on it. Also, I'll have my bucktail jig, brown, black, and then what I call my natural one is just hair off of a deer tail that I killed. Kill a deer, I keep the tails, and I use them to make jigs out of, bucktail jig. But I call it my natural color because it's not a dyed color. It's the natural white, brown, tan color of the deer's tail. And I catch a lot of fish on that color. I think it's because they don't see that color very often, and also that white, brownish, tan color mimics a shad really, really well. I can swim that color. I can swim it. I can put a lighter, like a white or a lighter color trailer on it. This time of year, I like to pick up either a pork frog. I like my Uncle Josh pork frogs, or I'll get a plastic chunk. If water getting colder, I don't want a lot of action to my trailer. So I get a white pork frog, white and green pork frog, or just a black, something that looks naturally kind of like a shad, something or other that'll kind of help mimic a shad. And you can swim that thing, or you can let it go to the bottom and work it like a normal jig, just work it along the bottom. I don't do a lot of hopping this time of year when the water gets colder. I do more of a drag, and I'll pull it just a little bit. And a lot of times you'll want to let it set and soak. Pull up to a rock, pull up to a tree branch, something like that. Just let it set there and soak it there. And then go ahead and just bring it on over. And when that thing comes on over, if fish don't hit it, when it gets to the bottom, let it set there. Let it set there for 10, 15, 20 seconds, and before you move it again. Because a lot of times those fish is looking at it, and they're not wanting to hit it, and then it'll move again after it's been setting still, and I think they're afraid it's going to get away, or it just moves and they hit it, or just who knows what a bass is thinking. But anyway, that's a lot of times when I'll get a hit on it. Excuse me. And then let's see, that's buzzbait, that's crankbait, and a jig. And water getting colder, especially you guys up north. Some of you guys up north is froze over, I bet, because some of y'all have got a crap ton of snow here in the last few days. There's some places up through there's got 15, 18 inches of snow up through there, according to the weather. So you may be ice fishing pretty soon. Is that a light or is that barn on fire? No, it's just a light. Anyway, I've never been ice fishing, so I don't have any words of wisdom for that. But I'd like to go ice fishing, so if anybody wants to go ice fishing and needs a partner, holler at me. Anyway, another bait, I hate to say it, I hate to throw it. I know a lot of people loves it, but I hate it. But it catches fish certain times of the year. I'll put the thing in my hand because that's what's going to catch fish, and that's a jerk bait. Pick up a jerk bait and go around the bluff ends, anywhere where there's channel swing banks, long tapering points. Rip Rap's a good place. Bridge pilings is a good place. Places like that. Throw that jerk bait around. Jerk it. Sometimes they want it fast. Sometimes they want it extremely slow. I'm not the person to let the thing sit there for 30 seconds without twitching it. I don't have the patience for that. You guys that can sit there and just let it sit there in front of their face for 30 seconds to a minute, you may catch a lot more fish than I do on days that they want it that way. But jerkbait is definitely going to be in your arsenal. Some days you may want to, when the water is cold and they're finicky after a cold front and having trouble getting bites, tie a loop knot to your split ring. Tie a loop knot or use a snap or something like that, because that is going to help it get more action. And sometimes getting it, what I mean by more action, it'll let it come around farther, make it more of kind of a wide wobble type, and sometimes that's going to get you more bites. It's kind of weird whenever other baits, they want something more subtle and not such a lot of movement, but for some reason with a jerk bait, sometimes if I can get a little bit wider wobble, it won't move as far. Seems like when you jerk it and it gets that wider wobble, it won't move forward as far. So that might be what the deal is. So anyway, jerk bait, a regular size jerk bait, and even in some of your coldest water, or if you got real small shad that they're eating on, get those small jerk baits. I can't remember the name of them. Megabass makes them, and they're a dang good little jerk bait. You can catch a lot of fish on them. A lot of days you can catch 4 or 5 fish to somebody using a regular size jerk bait one. So get you some of those little small jerk baits. And last but not least, swim bait. You'll want a swim bait. You'll probably either the 2-inch or some of the 3-inch sizes. Some of the smaller swim baits. This time of year, when the water's still in the warmer stages, it's not the coldest of the year, I like to use an underspin head and slowly work that around riprap, large rocks, chunk rock, bridge pilings, boat docks, that kind of thing. So anyway, those are the baits that I will be using in December. I hope you guys had a great holiday last week, and I hope you have a blessed week. Be safe, and I will see you guys out on the water.